Praise the Lord. We want to welcome you especially at this segment, which we may consider as probably the last of this series, but the beginning of the practice of the life. We want to say there are dynamics to all that we have said over time about the blessings. And the blessings, as we have told you, is the culture of God. The dynamics around the blessings is that it's like after the pattern of grace, it's from glory to glory. It's from honor to honor. The Bible did tell us that there are sons in whose the father's heart is pleasured. One of the testimonies we have received of Jesus is that he is the son in whose life the father takes or finds all his pleasure. The word pleasure is find all his expression of joy, of strength. There are sons that will make their father's heart very joyful. And there are sons and they are celebrated in the house, but do not tell the story of their father. So the dynamics of the prodigal son comes in where you have a first son who is lost in the house and you have a second son who is lost in the city. And the father is looking out for a son who is lost in the city while not paying close attention to the son who is lost in the house. And we have a lot of stories like that in the church where those of us who are faithful in the house of God do not show forth the very presence of God that will come to meet every Sunday. Yet we look out at the ones who are backsliding in the city as the ones who are showing bad example. Here is the first son who is the owner of every other thing the second son left, because all the things that was shared between the two of them. Yet he will not do anything particular with that to be a happy person. He will not celebrate that the father has blessed him. He just every day walking, which is okay, nothing wrong with walking. But watch this, the prodigal son comes back, he will not enter even the house which he inherited. He stayed outside to ask his servants, like some of you who worship angels, who make big things about having a vision of angels as if that is a great thing. Angels are good and they are powerful beings, but hey, what is man that thou art mindful of him, the son of man that you care? You have made him a little lower than angels. And that's, some of you theologians know that it's not a very precise translation, because he said you made him a little lower than Elohim. But whatever it is, the thing is, God in Christ Jesus have lifted us now far above principalities and powers. Okay? Principalities has to do with archangels, arch. If you are above angels, then how come they are the ones that are protecting you? But anyway, whatever be your way, the way you see life, I want you to understand the dynamics of the life we have with God is that if you seek God with all your heart, Jeremiah chapter 33 and verse 3, he will call you into himself. He will show you great and mighty things you have not known. One of the dynamics I began emphasizing last week, or the last time you saw our segment, is the fact that you must honor your father and your mother. And he didn't say when they are good. He didn't say when they are rich. He didn't say when they are spiritual. Honor your father and mother, full stop. The ones who gave your seed, and the one who gave your egg, and the one who carried you 9 months in their womb. You may have been adopted, and you find out that you are, and you find out your birth mother. It doesn't matter. Once, whoever is your father and mother, make sure you honor them. He says, obey your parents in the Lord. This is good with God. So God knows the difference between father and mother, and knows the difference between father, mother, and parents. He knows that parents are the ones who are committed to training you and raising you up. So God wants you to obey them, because they are the ones that give you instructions for life every day, because they are committed to seeing that life fulfilled. So there are fathers and mothers that become recalcitrant, so you may not have to obey them. There are fathers and mothers that don't believe God. You may not have to obey them. But parents, you have to obey parents. As long as you're a child and you live under their house, you owe them obedience. Mary and Joseph saw Jesus in the house of God. They came to him and, hey, son, why have you done this to us? He said, don't you know I'm supposed to be about my father's business? Oh, okay, yeah, but let's go home. Jesus, the Son of God, you will not hear about him again until he's 30 years. He had to obey his parents. That's how this kingdom is. Many of you don't pay attention to that. And the other part that is very dangerous is that you come to church and you think that church is just another association. The purpose of church is an extension of family. You understand? Mark in chapter 10, Jesus says, and they that will come to me, having forsaken father, mother, and brothers, sisters, and houses, and land for my sake, and the gospel's sake, I'll give them 100-fold. The purpose of church is a multiplication presence of church, of family, so that he that doesn't have father, that knows the will of God or the ways of God, will get 100 fathers in the house. That's why Paul will write the Corinthian church in chapter 4, and he says, you have 10,000 teachers, but not many fathers. Because in the house of God, it's supposed to be an extension of family. So your man of God is not just your preacher. He's a father figure for you. Your woman of God is a mother figure for you. So he expects you to honor him. Hebrews chapter 13 says, even if you don't honor him for who he is, honor him for his position's sake. Why? He's giving account of your soul. If you don't know how to do that, you may live a life of a child of God without being blessed. They hold in their mouth your future. They are pregnant with your future. And like I said, this is our last segment, and I want you to get our books. All the details will be there. It's like Isaac. See, Isaac, when he was old, he couldn't see anymore. He couldn't distinguish between Jacob and Esau. But in his bosom was their future. You think your pastor doesn't have vision anymore, that he's not a fire preacher anymore, he's not what he used to be. Now you're watching television, you're listening to internet, and your pastor is now under, is less than all the people you are used to writing and getting their, newsletters, and you don't want to pay attention to your man of God, the one who saw you when you didn't know how to read Bible, and who brought you up to that level. Now you're despising that person. Your future is his bosom. Isaac had to speak. And by the time Jacob was living the house of Laban, and Laban was going to do him evil, God met Laban and said, listen, when you see him say neither good or bad, why? Because I am the God of his father. Your spiritual father, your spiritual mother carry your future. It is their commission. That's why they give account of your soul, because they are responsible for that. So the dynamic of blessing says that you respect them, they will speak your future into being. You want to doubt what I'm saying? Go and ask Gehazi and see what happened between him and Elisha. Or stop even at the house of Elisha himself and ask him, who spoke your future into presence? He will tell you Elijah. And down the line, look at Joshua. He will tell you it is Moses. Go look at Timothy and Titus. He will tell you it's Paul. Look at Paul himself. He will tell you even Barnabas, that was a friend, was like a mentor to him. And of course, you will know that he will always submit his ministry, for appraisal in the hand of Peter and John and James, who were the pillars of the church. So I'm saying that if we want to see a blessed people, we must understand that this is how God functions. It is a culture. It's not just a habit. It's not a mystery. It is a practice of life. Keep it in the simplicity of what it is. It is good things spoken. It is habitually saying it until it becomes your expression. When your children see you, they know that no matter how bad they are, daddy will say good. No matter how bad they are, mommy will say good. Yes, mommy will chastise me because it's a love child that is chastised. Yes, daddy will chastise me because a love child is chastised. But at the end of the day, he will bless me because he wants me to be the best of his fruit or his continuity. And so, don't stop and making it a habit. Continue until it becomes your virtuous character. It becomes how you are known in your office, in your career, in your profession. People who walk around you just know this guy is a blessed guy. If you're going to walk in the atmosphere of blessing, walk with this person. Do it in such a way until you go beyond your character. It becomes the influence around you. Let people around you now begin to practice. That is what culture is about. Just look out, see what is happening with the social networks and see what's happening in art and culture. All these bad musicians and children are dressing like them, talking like them, doing their hair like them. You know. Why? Because they have stayed in this thing so much, and it's so much around us that even us preachers, some of our dressings today is not after the pattern of Aaron. Some of our dressing today is after of Nollywood and Hollywood, on Bollywood. You can tell that we see how they dress there. We want to look like them. We want to dress like them, you know, and all of that. Why? It's the power of culture. Of course, you know that even art and culture, that's what it is called now, you know, because what they do it with culture in mind. They want to culture us into it. And the dynamic says, let's do this. Let's bring the world to the knowledge of God and of his Christ. You know, Revelation chapter 11, verse 15. And the kingdoms of this world has become the kingdoms of our God and of his Christ. So let's make that happen as the light to the world, a city that's built upon a hill. You are not like to put under the bush, you know, on a bushel, but on the table so that all can see. You cannot be hid. So let the life they see be a blessed life. Let it be the life that maketh rich. The blessings of the Lord maketh rich. The blessings of the Lord maketh. Anywhere you go, you carry wealth in you. Whatever you do ought to prosper. You know, Psalm chapter 1, verse 3. So anywhere you go, carry this blessedness. Speak it to yourself. Don't matter what you feel, just speak it. You walk by faith and not by sight. Don't walk by your feelings. Speak it, speak it, speak it, speak it. Until you begin to see it. Spirit and life, speak it. Blessedness, progress, prosperity, increase, health, life, abundance, strength, unfailingly. You know, speak it until you are saturated, you saturate your atmosphere with it. Life will obey that. Why? Because everything you see was created by word. God said and it came. God said and it came. He breathed himself into you. The same pattern. It's not big mystery. It's just a simple way of living a happy life. I want to bless you. I want to say that the Lord that we serve, the blessed one of Israel, one who has called us out of darkness into his marvelous light, he will show his face upon you today. Show his countenance upon your life and your dwelling. That you will dwell in peace. You will abide in peace. That prosperity will be within your dwellings. And that men will call you blessed. Women will call you blessed. That your spouse will rise and call you blessed. Your children will rise and call you blessed. And whatever you do from today until the rest of your life will see prosperity. Because the blessings of the Lord, it maketh rich. Stand strong and stand tall. You are a child of God, and there's nothing life can do about that. You are blessed. Write us. Let us know what God is doing with you. You see all the addresses. Send us information and share with your friends what you're hearing. Download everything and send to your friends. If you have been blessed, another can be blessed also. See you next time.